Russell's asking, any guess what the year-to-date returns would be on your asset allocation model?
No, I have no idea.
Well, we actually, just from a process perspective, compliance, we're actually not allowed to market performance on any sort of portfolio types, any sort of model-based portfolio. It's actually illegal for RAs to do that.
Yeah.
So you're never going to get that data from us. But obviously, we have clients who've been following with us for almost a year now.
The asset allocation, for those of you that are new, and again, thanks for joining us, the asset allocation is basically like my personal account, like what I'd be doing in my personal account. So my personal account, I could, had a very, very good run into that peak in the U.S. bond market, peak in gold for the year to date, and then got whacked around. Didn't go to like 0 or something, or 5% up, or anything like pedestrian. It corrected. I got out of the way and just bought everything that I didn't own. Again, these signals, when I buy, when I say buy the Qs, I bought the Qs. It's not that complicated. I'm allowed to do that from a compliance perspective only on big macro positions because I think the SEC would probably say that Keith McCullough is not going to move the NASDAQ. Great year from a return perspective, a personal return perspective, even though I had a very bad air pocket, but a great year and an even greater year for the firm. So you can look at you can measure our success in a lot of different ways. But I do think that the rate, if you look at the return on invested capital of a company, or the ROE of a company, or the market cap, growing market cap and employee base of a company, profits of a company, I put what we've done here up against literally anybody in all of financial services this year.
I say this, I've been saying this for 2 years. I work for the fastest growing firm in all of Wall Street. That's without a doubt.
And that doesn't happen because we have advertising dollars or banking fees or some kind of like little cool algo trading program. That's not why. The proof is in the pudding. We will not grow unless we are truthful and objective about a process that we built, that we're communicating and hopefully commercializing to all of you, so that you can use it to augment what it is that you do. It's an empowering product. I think that's why I'd humbly submit that it's been successful.
Yeah, and that's another point I think it's important to make. We're obviously we have signaling products, but the part of the risk management has to be not falling asleep at the wheel if you're a subscriber or a client of ours. You're using our information to augment your own views and your own existing positions. I think there's a lot of angst around when we make these sort of pivots and turns about implementation and, oh, hey, you caught us off guard or this or that. But at the end of the day, we're giving you new information, analyzing new information within the context of your existing views and positions, and make those changes. Yeah. It's not our job to sort of hold everyone's hand at all hours of the day and trade your guys' books for you. You guys are big boys, but you're big boys and grow pants on and do your jobs.
I've been trying to find, because again, it's my problem if we're not feedback here actually today is that you've done a good job communicating. But I'd say that on the margin, until everybody's winning at the same time, I got to continue to work hard at communicating. Darius works hard with me on what I may not be communicating simply so that people can understand it. But again, metaphorically, I think it's a lot easier to understand. Think of your favorite NFL team, or if you don't like the NFL, think of your favorite rugby team, or whatever it is your favorite team, or your favorite band. When your favorite team has a losing, I'm not talking if you're like a Browns fan. Like if you're like a Patriots fan and you lose a game. Do you watch that team and hope that they just like literally go back to doing everything they did in that losing game and isolate and focus and drench themselves in all that misery? Or do you cheer on that team's ability to pivot, change players' positions, Belichick moving as the game has changed? That is critical. That's a critical metaphor. If you're going to be partners with us or friends with us or fans of ours, you got to know that A, we're going to get things wrong, but B, you should expect us to not stay wrong for long and again, go right back to the process. That's what we do. We do not wake up every day making the same mistakes over and over and over and again. If you want to do that, you can indeed be a Cleveland Brown fan.
Absolutely.